Yeah. Welcome back to Peak Speed Lab 164, where gravity and mass meet friction and the ramp decides the results. I'm Strick. Thanks for tuning back in. And before you turn away, I want you to think about something. Am I just a guy in a basement? Or am I a mad scientist in an underground bunker trying to make things happen? Doesn't really matter. I'm just here working through some awesome 164 scale die cast happiness. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, I'm really pleased. I've started getting some, handful of comments here and there. We've got some good viewership coming, so I'm hoping that you'll think about tuning in and subscribing and liking these videos so that we can continue with these. Well, I'll still continue with them, but it'll be nice if folks are, oh, look at that, I'm going to fix this. If folks are happy with kind of what they're seeing, and if not, chime in, let me know what you think and what would make it more interesting for you. So to that note, I just wanted to kind of do a couple of shout outs. So C. Malachowski as somebody who I guess had worked at Hot Wheels and recommended something called a faster than ever cars. They came out in like the mid 2000s or so, and he said that those would likely be pretty quick. So I went on to Amazon. I went on to the Amazons, not in the Amazon, mind you, but on the Amazon, and ordered a couple, which should be here in a couple of days. So we've got a Chevelle and of course the Batmobile, one of my favorites, if not my favorite car ever from the 60s, the 60s kitschy show. So be on the lookout for that. We also had one other viewer, Moose 9299. Sorry about that. And he mentioned a few cars that he enjoys with his grandson, and I happen to have one of them in my queue. So like I said, I'm going to do my best. If I've got cars that folks mention or want to see, I will do my best to find them. If I have them, we'll move them up in the queue. If I don't, I'll order them if I'm able to. So, Track Dwagon, that is one of the vehicles, and we are going to unbox it right now. Here we go. So this is from the Wagons line, and this is number 205. And then we have the back. The whole family can road trip in these spacious wagons. Now, I grew up in an era where we had station wagons. We had one of my favorite cars ever was a Ford Gran Torino. I learned to drive in that car on country roads when I was in my teens, thanks to, my dad teaching me how to do that young. And boy, that car was super, super powerful. Back to this vehicle here, this Track Dwagon. This is standard, that you could get at a hobby shop or, as I mentioned, grocery stores, drugstores, that kind of thing. And we are going to see if it comes out of its pack easily. Oh, I like a nice clean. That's not quite as clean as some of the others, but, it'll do for now. And we're going to just run it through its paces. Wow. See, once again, sometimes it's interesting how these cases can make these vehicles feel either heavier or lighter. And then when you get them out of the case, they could be the opposite of what they were feeling. So, all right, let's take a look at the paint job on this thing. It's kind of cool. You can see what looks like terrain lines. Very colorful. That does look like eyes and a mouth in there, doesn't it? And we've got this is number 34 here as the number on the car. Got a nice view. We're doing the top view. So this looks like it's almost like an expeditionary, fun road trip family kind of car. And then, of course, we've got no Malaysia, I'm sure. Malaysia it is. So far, I think most of the cars have been made in Malaysia. And I need to double check if this might be, can't tell if that's metal. I know the tires are plastic. I'll double check to see if the base is metal or if it's a die cast metal or if it's plastic. But This thing feels like it's metal, and it feels like it's got a pretty good base on it. Anyway, what do you say we get her measured up, get her on the track, short form drag strip, see how it does. Stay tuned. We're back at the short form drag strip here in the lab, and I did a little bit of research. This build, real quick, was loosely inspired by Travis Pastrana's Extreme Subaru Rally Wagon, so that makes sense with the artwork on it and that kind of thing. So anyway, I hope by now you've subscribed and liked the video. We'll keep them coming, but in the meantime, I think it's time to see how the first run of this Track Dragon performs for its 20 warm-ups, and then we'll be back after that for the 10 officials. Check it. Lap 1 of the 20. Moved along pretty well. 1.811. Ooh, we may have a contender. So we'll see how, when she gets warmed up, how it does. All right, we'll be back for the 10. Just finished up the 20 warm-up runs. Very tight, very tight. So with the range, the fastest lap being 1.793 seconds, the slowest being 1.829 seconds, but we've only had a couple laps that went faster, a couple laps that went slower. So I think this is going to be a pretty consistent run here. And I think it's time to turn it around. We're going to see how it does for its 10 awesome official laps. How about right now? Boom. There she is in the track. Lap 1, official. About to be in the books here. Woo! Moving. Oh, 1.86. Time to cue music. Lap 10 coming up. I know this was loosely based on a rally car, but it rallied back with right now the fastest time at lap 19. So here we go, lap 10. Wow, yeah. So we've got 1.797 is lap 10, but as you can see here, fastest lap originally for the warm-up was 1.793. We've got a couple in the 1.7s here, but that lap 9, 1.790, and then it finished off 1.797. Whereas the slowest, it went from, like I was saying, pretty tight, 1.89 to 1.829. It doesn't, yeah, there's 1.831. I guess got a little bit slower in lap 7, but in general, it ran pretty good. So it was a very consistent running car. And hey, let's get this info in the database, and then we'll be back. All right, we're back at the other side of the short form drag strip here at Peak Speed Lab 164. If you're still with me, I hope you'll think about hitting that subscribe button and like button so that we'll continue to reach maybe some more viewers and folks that are interested in not only the 164 diecast community, but sort of the fun, I don't know, experiment, I guess you could say. I don't know if it's really an experiment. It's more of a testing ground to kind of see how these cars perform. So I am not necessarily looking for the fastest car. I know we all love speed, but I'm looking for the best performing car, and we'll get that over time. So that to me is going to be combined with speed on, how these vehicles do with the short form drag strip time, It's also going to do with the actual speed of the in miles per hour slash kilometers per hour on the 164 scale quarter mile drag strip and the distance challenge. So we want to kind of see how these cars perform all the way around. Although I know we do love speed, I like to see these cars that are going fast. It does make it a little more exciting, right? So I'm with many of you on that. In the meantime, we've got a very I don't know, short, small variance here of speed, and I think at this point, all right, with this car, with this inspired by, as I mentioned, giving you one last look here, Travis Pastrana's Extreme Subaru Rally Wagon. Time to give it its moment of glory on the slided spinning pedestal so we can respect the work and, time, effort, all that of everything that went into making this car, from the inspiration to the folks who design, build, craft, all the peripheral functions that go into making these cars happen. Okay, so what do you say? Let's enjoy a little bit of the spinning lighted spinning pedestal now. For car 31. This is 31. Okay. Now we mean now.
Le sorgenti ai fiumi mescolasi i fiumi al mare, i venti in ciel si uniscono con dolce palpitare, l'una con l'altra fondesi, tutte le cose che nell'universo vivono